Imagine a shelter that recently rescued a stray dog, pouring relentless effort into helping it assimilate, yet to no avail. One day, as the shelter staff decides to release the dog into the city, something unexpected occurs, shocking everyone involved. This story begins in a big city in Texas where there's an animal shelter named Bark Animal Shelter. It's a place where stray animals find hope and love. The staff there work hard every day to take care of these animals. But it's not easy. They have to make tough choices because they don't have enough money to help every animal. Sometimes they have to say goodbye to some of them forever. But even when things get hard, the people at Bark never give up. They keep trying to help as many animals as they can. They show that being kind and caring is important, even when things are tough. Hey everyone, welcome to the Wildlife Stories. Are you enjoying watching our video? If so, don't forget to subscribe, and we are aiming for 1,000 plus likes in this video, so be sure to like this video. Let's start the story. One day someone called the Bark Animal Shelter about an old dog wandering the neighborhood streets. He looked tired and sad, making people worried he might get hurt by a car. The team at the shelter quickly got ready to find him. After some searching in the area, they finally found him. But when they saw the dog, they did something unexpected. Unlike most rescued dogs who are scared at first, this big brown and black dog came right up to them happily. It seemed like fate had brought him to them without any fear or worry. With gentle hands and kind hearts, they took him back to the shelter for a bath and a checkup. Even though he looked messy, there was something very nice about him that made them feel for him. When they gathered the past information about this dog, they found out his name was Bear, and he was already an old dog of 11 years. Their hopes were crushed when they called Bear's old owner and found out something very sad. Bear's owner had died, leaving him alone in a world where he didn't know anyone or have anyone to care for him. For the last 4 weeks, Devin was all alone in the city. There were no family members to take him in. Devin was stuck facing the sad reality of life in a shelter, which seemed even worse as time went on. So the shelter staff decided that they would make Devin happy again and find the perfect family for him. In the shelter, Bear's days went by slowly, and he started to seem sadder as time passed. Even though the shelter workers tried hard to find someone to adopt him, people didn't want to because he was old and he looked like a lonely and sad dog. They were afraid of getting attached and then losing him. For Bear, the days just felt lonely, and he started to lose hope. As the deadline for putting animals to shelter got nearer, the shelter staff felt more and more desperate. They gave Devin a lot of attention, wishing someone would look past his old age and see how special he was. But time was running out, and Bear's future was uncertain. But when the shelter couldn't find a family for Devin and they didn't have much money left, they had to make a tough choice. They couldn't stand seeing Devin so sad anymore. So even though they were short on cash, they decided to let him go back into the city. They promised to check on him every day and make sure he had what he needed. It was sad to say goodbye, but they hoped Devin would find happiness. What happened next surprised everyone. Once Devin was out in the sun with the freedom of the outdoors, he changed a lot. He wasn't sad anymore. He seemed lighter and happier. Suddenly, he was full of energy, playing and running around like a young pup. His eyes were bright with joy, and it was like he was a whole new dog. And when Devin was playing in the yard, one family kept watching. Then another family walked into the scene. They were drawn to Devin because of his playing and joyful nature that had come about recently. They were looking for an older pet, someone who knew how important every moment was. When they met Bear, they didn't just find a pet, but a friend who understood them. They were happy to spend whatever time they had left with him. So finally, Devin found a home where he could feel loved and be with people. As the shelter staff said goodbye to him, they cried and smiled because they knew Bear's new life was just starting. It would be full of love, happiness, and better days ahead. So what are your thoughts about this heart-touching story? Share your opinions in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our new animal stories. Your support means the world to us.